All right. Hi, everybody. Good evening. I hope you're doing great this Monday evening. I'm really excited because I've got a new setup here to show you. So it's been my hope all along that I would also be able to do some um, streams that were not just off of the iPad. Um, so just today, I got a new sketchbook, specifically for this purpose of trying out these new acrylic markers. The sketchbook was pretty cheap. It actually came in a packet too, which I don't even think I realized whenever I ordered it. Um, so I've started drawing this mouth, and I've been swatching a little bit here with each of the colors that I try out for the drawing. So let's see. Um, So yeah, just drawing a mouth for right now. Um, that's kind of one of my fun default things that I like to try out whenever I'm drawing or doodling. Um, so if you're curious, this is the Sketchbook brand. Nothing too fancy or crazy. Um, cold pressed paper is very, very textured, which is fine. I don't usually draw on textured paper, so that was another thing I kind of wanted to try. And then these are the markers that I'm going to be trying out tonight. So the brand is called Tooli. Um, so they're acrylic water-based markers. I've got some of them out already here next to me. The set that I got was the earth tone set, because there's quite a number in here. As you can see, 36 is pretty good, and um, as my first set to try out, I felt like this color range was pretty extensive. So, felt like it would be a good range, to try out for portraits or landscapes or whatever I want to experiment with, really. All right. So here's our mouth that we've got started so far. And I guess I'm just going to go ahead and get back into it. Um, I realized after getting this that I did not get a white in this set, um, which is fine, I guess. I may, let's see. I was going to do some pretty realistic colors with this, but I think I'm going to end up getting a little bit more creative with it here. Um, right now I'm kind of looking for, I'd really like a dark blue. Um, I think this might be about as dark as we go, value-wise, which is really not that dark, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So this one that I'm about to use is number 36, Deep Ocean. So yeah, we're using these for the first time. There is gonna be some shaking. Um, the directions for these in particular are to shake for a little bit, and as you're probably used to, depressing it down a few times to get the air out. And then, and this one has some additional directions to slowly push it down until the color comes out. So here's our blue. It does look pretty dark now that I've got it out. So this is ER 36, and it's called Deep Ocean. So I don't usually swatch stuff, but I feel like in this case, it seems like it's going to be a useful thing to do. So this design that I'm going with, my inspiration is like those kind of creative lipstick designs where they're putting different colors of lipstick in on different parts of the lips and getting kind of artistic with it, quirky with it, if you will. So this is looking pretty dark. All right, so I think I want it to be the darkest around here and like where it's meeting the other colors. I kind of wanted this one to be like, you know, if we're doing a gradient type situation with the colors, so this would be like um, the darkest color sort of before it gets to the next lightest one. So I hope everybody's having a nice day. It is Monday. My Monday wasn't too bad actually. So I'm grateful for that. There's always like a stage in paintings where things look a little ugly, a little weird. I'm not saying this is ugly, but it is like a little weird. But we're just experimenting. I wanted to kind of get a base layer down for y'all before I came in here and really got into it, I guess you could say. So that's why I have some pinks and browns kind of laid down here initially. It is interesting working with these. Like, I usually don't like the thicker marker tips, like paint marker tips. I find them like ugh, just like annoying, and usually they're too big for whatever it is that I'm trying to do. However, um, right now in this instance, I'm actually feeling like these are too small. Like it took me kind of a while to color in this whole um, mouth situation because the tips on these are quite small. So I think if I get some more of this brand, I'll definitely get. Um, they do have some like double-sided ones where one end is wider and one end is skinnier, smaller. So I'm gonna try to layer the colors a lot and just kind of see what happens as we go. Just having a nice time on a Monday. I've mentioned this in a couple of my other streams already, but I'm really thankful for this process. Like I've said before, even if there's like not a lot of people watching, at least initially, like it's very satisfying to have this accountability, and I think I seem to be doing well having some accountability to draw and stuff. Normally, you know, I work all day and my job is kind of creative, um, but it is definitely tiring and like mentally taxing at this point. So it can feel pretty hard to have energy at the end of the day to do something like make art, you know, even if that's something I really want to do. So anyway, I'm saying I'm very thankful for the random desire I had to start doing this. Um, because I've probably made more drawings the last week or so since starting doing this. I think I started last Monday. Than I have consistently for a really long time. And I'm just really glad to be making stuff that's, it just gives me so much joy and satisfaction. And I like sharing stuff, you know, sharing my artwork, of course, but also like talking about things. And it's nice when we've got a few people in here and we can kind of go back and forth about stuff and chat, and y'all can give suggestions for things and stuff like that. I'm a little bit more talkative tonight, I guess, because I had a really good manifestation today, right before I got on, and I'm also really excited about this new setup I've got for the, you know, overhead webcam situation we have going on right now. So it's just a good evening. Yeah, at first I wasn't sure, but like about my choice to add in this blue. But now I'm liking it. I think it's going well, going better than it was for the first couple minutes. I eventually want to add like a little white shine. Um, Not totally sure what I want to do with that yet. Since I don't have a white, but we will figure something out for that. I might just try to use like the lightest value I have, regardless of what the color is, to just give us a little pop. I'm also really tempted to do the shine right now because the shine is like the best part, you know. But I can't do the best part right at the beginning. I mean, what does it really matter though? What is the point of that rule that I just arbitrarily made for myself right now? I'm liking some of the dimension we're getting here. I think I want to add some values to our teeth because I actually really like drawing teeth and I want them to have some dimension on them right now. All right, shake this guy. All right, so this is going to be number 33. Come on. Perhaps we need to shake it a little bit more. Usually all these other ones that came out pretty easily. There we go. All right, that looks nice. It's very Kind of giving me Arctic vibes. What is the color? What's it called? 33. ER33. Morning Sky. Alright, so there's that. Okay. Tooth dimension time. Okay. So, if you don't draw teeth a lot, they do have kind of like a texture to them. They're like smooth, but they do have kind of a like a little bit of an undulation to them when you're looking at them up close. So that's what affects how the shadows fall on them. Our first tone that I'm adding here is a pretty light one. And then I'm gonna see what other colors I have here. If I have kind of another gray or even like a really desaturated brown or something for the darker shadows. And of course, teeth are not perfectly white. Despite what celebrities and magazines will have you believe. Even like really, teeth that are white, like people who have really nice teeth, they still have kind of a off-white color to them, whether that's kind of like a gray or even, just like skin or anything else, they have a lot of colors in them. It could be some soft, like creamy colors, browns, some cool grays. So we've got the lips kind of casting a shadow onto the teeth. That's a big contributor here to. And then the teeth are shiny, partially because they're like kind of smooth, but also because they're wet, right? They are inside your mouth, which is wet. So, they do have some like glistens and shines and stuff on them too. And sometimes where they meet, you'll get a little glisten on them. Okay, let me see if I can find another color that could be a good. Well, here, I'll bring the box over so we can work together. I'm like kind of thinking about this one. It's kind of a tonal situation though, because there is brown, but if I add too much brown, it will like give your mind the impression that the teeth are, brown or yellow. So it's kind of a balancing act. I want to see what the actual values of these two are whenever I take them out. So I'll try this grayish one first. Hopefully it's a darker value than the blue gray that we just used right now. In the graphics on the box, it says you're supposed to initially depress these with your finger, but the little tips are like, I don't know, to me they're pretty sharp. I'm like, dang. So I always do it on the top of the lid because they are so pointy. Alright. This one's also being a little bit more stubborn. Maybe I just had really good luck with them earlier. Oh my gosh. I have a screenshot up on my phone and it said 5:30 and I was like, whoa, there's no way it's only 5:30. And yeah, sure enough, it's actually like 7:30. I was about to be like so pleasantly surprised. And I'm just poking this paper so hard with this and it doesn't want to seem to um, blow out for some reason. This is a lot more shaking than I've done with any of the other ones. It's being pretty stubborn. Come on. Interesting. Just, oh, there's Xena. I forgot to even mention Xena this evening. This is the first time she's talked, that she's spoken up tonight. It's getting better. It's still like a little bit not like juicy enough, I guess you would say. Okay, I think we got it coming out now. So this color is 32, ER32, and it's super light. It is called light gray. So I guess it'll be good to help us add some other tones in here, but not really value. I don't know if you can see that, but it's, oh man, probably like just about exactly the same value as the other one. So I'm realizing as I'm looking at these, I don't know if it's gonna focus. Maybe not. But I'm realizing now that you can kind of see the actual, at least I think, oh, maybe it's not. Well, I thought you could see kind of the actual color better through the end. But I could be wrong. That's probably nothing. Okay, well, we'll still add some gray in here to give some tonal variation to our teeth. Wish this one would flow a little bit better. But we got something. We got something going on here. And just a little bit over here. This particular tooth is very much in shadow, so it'll mostly probably get pretty dark. Okay, well, we've got some more colors on there, which I do think it still looks better than it did with just blue. Um, I almost want to use, did I use this one? 34. Oh, I haven't yet. I think I might want to go straight in for this one and see how we do. Our Oh, that's funny. I realized like while I'm shaking this, I guess the camera's shaking. Um, Hope I didn't make you too seasick. Okay, this color is really nice. I like that one. So what did I say? 34. ER34, which is slate blue. It's funny. My partner and I were just talking about what color my dad's eyes were yesterday, and I was thinking about how to describe them, and they were like a really opaque blue, kind of like a gray blue, not like really transparent type blue eyes that look almost like you can see through them. And I was thinking like a slate blue, and I was like, is that right? Is slate blue the right color? But yeah, this color is like exactly what I was imagining, thinking about, how to describe my dad's eyes. That's better. We definitely have a darker value in the mix now, which is good. That's one of the things I've been wanting from this here. And I think I'm gonna go pretty dark here. Um, for the pretty much, I don't know if always is the right thing to say. Most always, I don't know. You're gonna get more darkness up here where the lip is overlapping the tooth. So I guess that's the one downside of our little tripod. It's like a bendy tripod. It was the best solution I could find for this. It was like a pretty easy solution for what I wanted. But I guess it does jiggle a little bit whenever I'm drawing kind of hard because it's attached to the table. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think this slate blue is working out pretty well. I think it's going well with the rest of the color palette, and it's giving us some nice value shift. I would still like to find something a little bit darker yet for the area where the teeth are coming into contact with the lips, as well as this tooth over here that is pretty well in shadow. Yeah, I really like drawing mouths and teeth. I just find it to be fun. And they're like such an expressive body part. When I was in grad school, I did multiple series that were just about mouths, as expressions of anxiety and all kinds of different things. So they're definitely my go-to thing to doodle and try things out. You know, it got to the point, um, maybe not in grad school, but I think in undergrad even, where people would be like, another mouth, not again. Um, but I feel like they have a lot of personality, and everybody's teeth are, you know, really different. Lips are really different. Um, so they can be little portraits in and of themselves, you know. I'm gonna do a little bit of a darker, well, not darker, but the outline here is gonna be um, not the brightest part of the tooth, you know. All right. That's funny. We had some newcomers watching, and then I started talking about how much I like drawing mouths, and they left. Probably think I'm weird. That's okay. We like what we like. Yeah, I think that that's going pretty well. Mm, I think we can probably get back to the mouth now for a little bit. I'm trying to decide what color I really want to go with next. We got another kind of darkish blue here, so I'm gonna try that. You know, one day on Twitch, I'm gonna find my community of people that like to watch me draw mouths. And this is actually like a prettier, you know, more beauty type of mouth than I would normally draw. Usually they're actually kind of grotesque. Um, the style that I um, go for a lot when I'm doodling, and would go for a lot before grad school put me down was like an anti-aesthetic type of mouth, like really you know, just uglier, I guess, ugly stuff, drawing and painting in like kind of a ugly style. All right, so this is ER35. Wow, it's like only slightly darker than the slate blue. This one is called Newport Blue. All right. So it looks like it's quite a lot lighter than um, our deep ocean blue that we have on here. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work exactly how I want on the lips. Doesn't hurt to try, but also it does seem like it might be a bit darker than this, so we will still give it a shot at it. Um, keep trying to get this a bit darker. I'm gonna end up having so much paint on this section. But yeah, this sketchbook is a mixed media sketchbook, kind of like a watercolor sketchbook, which is one of the reasons that I got it. Um, you know, specifically with the intention of doing some drawings on here with these acrylic pens. I wasn't sure how layered we were gonna get with stuff, you know. So I wanted to get some paper that would be able to withstand that to a degree. Okay, I do like what's happening here. I don't know if you can really see it in real life as well. I'm gonna, I'm gonna attempt to kind of bring the camera a little bit closer. Forgive me, this is our first time doing it like this. We're like a little askew here, but um, in real life, the Newport blue is vibrating really well off of this rustic orange color. It looks really satisfying. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah. All right. You gotta like what you're doing, right? Otherwise, what's the point? Just a qualifier if you hear me going, yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think we're getting some more dimension here by layering, which I think is going to be kind of changing what my original intention for the piece was visually, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you just have to go with, you know, where the piece is trying to take you and not necessarily where you were trying to take it, because the creative flow when you're in it knows better than you do. You gotta be your own biggest fan. Um, and I laugh at my own jokes because who else will? I like my drawings because how are other people supposed to like your drawings? You don't like them. I think I can probably add some more areas where it's like more solid looking. But I am really liking where we're going here at this point. I think the blue is adding some new personality that we weren't necessarily getting as well before. I'm trying to follow the contours of the lips. Oh, Xena is saying hello again. She says, nice to meet you. I'm Xena. She's probably a little lonely today, not having anybody around to feed her. Let's see. But I'm working on unifying things some, as well as adding in some much needed um, lip texture. All right. I think the teeth are really popping out a lot more now too. For a second I thought I got paint on me. Hmm. Don't have a lot of blues left. I'm kind of curious to see how dark this one is. It's called Night Gray. And we're back to chicken, and we're back to having the tripod wiggle around a little bit, but that's okay. I did get a little pain on my hand, I guess. Alright, trying to swatch. Not coming out yet. Excuse me. Here we go. It also looks like it's just kind of a similar value to what we already have going on. But what did I say? It's 30, ER 30. I guess ER stands for Earth on this series of pins. Oh, we're not fully integrated here yet. Let me think it's coming out, but it's a little sketchy still. ER 30. Night gray. I'm debating if I want to take this setup with me to travel here in the nearish future. I think if I like this setup enough to take it with me, or if I should do the iPad setup. Well, yeah, I mean, it's alright. The gray, I mean. I don't know. It's not really doing a lot for me, I think. So far this Deep Ocean one is like really, really like the darkest value that I've found so far. I think I should have read in here. It's called Burnt Crimson. It looks dark on the value chart, but I'm finding that like on the back of this, like these colors that it's saying here, that is what they are, but they don't necessarily look like this. I think some of them, they might have made them lighter or darker, I guess, for the text to show up on them, or I don't know. But they're not, to me, I don't think they're quite right. So, another reason why I'm actually swatching for once. This one is cooperating more. I can see it's coming out. There we go. Also not particularly dark, but it is a nice color. It is ER18, which is, what did I say? Burnt Crimson. Okay, so this one is an example. Like you can see what color this is from this and the swatch on the packaging. It's saying that it's like really dark, and so that's why I picked it out, because I was like, I need a dark value, and that is not what that looks like. So I think I like these guys, these pens, but I wouldn't necessarily be fooled by the little example chart on the back, because I don't think it's the most accurate. This color is also looking really nice with the blue color that we have here. On camera, this one looks pretty dark. In real life, it doesn't really look that dark. But I'm really desperate for some dark values down here. I might have to, like, even though I don't want to, I might have to combine some Posca markers into the mix here, because the vibes are just not, well, like, I don't know, the values. We're not getting to the values exactly that we're hoping for. But I do like this color in general. It's a nice color. Yeah. I do kind of want to use it for like a pre-shine that we're gonna have going here. That looks good. We definitely need some values cutting across, some lines cutting across. It's like an important addition right now, I think. So that everything isn't so uniform. I'll just go ahead and add a little bit more of this here just to have some kind of value besides that really light pink there. Yeah, all right, bear with me a second. I'm gonna just walk over to my desk and see what I have for like a I don't know. I don't know if I want to add black. It might be okay just for the middle. Let me see here. All right. I believe I found black. So let's see. Have I used this one before? I have. Okay. I just really need to push this value here. It's like kind of driving me crazy how light it is. That's the one thing maybe I don't like about acrylic markers. They're really fun to use, but I feel like a lot of them end up being kind of the same value. Though this brand does have a lot of sets that are like value range sets or monochromatic sets. So maybe if you get the set that's like all blue, there probably is, there probably are some really dark blues in there since it's doing like a value scale. I do think that's a bit better. Just really needed to get a dark going on our value scale. Alrighty. This is making me want to see if I have a white as well, but I feel like I probably do. This one looks kind of a big one. Let me see. But you know what? Actually, before we resort to white, I do have one. Um, well, we can always go back over it. I kind of want to just go for it and see here. So the spot, ugh, it's so pale. This is not a very good opaque white. There's probably something wrong with it. Wrong with the marker. This should be so much more opaque than this. That's crazy. Absolutely mad. Okay. I'm gonna see. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and try a yellow after all and see how that does for us. There's like a really pale yellow in this set, and there's also a one that says light tan that also looks pretty pale. These two on camera, they look like they're both pretty close to white. So I guess I'll try the number one first, because in my mind it seems like that one is going to be the one that has a lighter value. So let's see. All right, nice. Okay. Yes, it looks pretty pale. ER1 light tan. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, see, that one is so nice. I find that sometimes with the Posca markers, which is why I wanted to try something else. Was it like sometimes over time it's almost like they get watery or something? I don't know. I think we're dealing with like a ring light type shine here. um, that's being distorted a little bit by the shape of the lips. Okay. Just gonna add a little bit to the teeth as well. Just kind of unifying and add in some warmth. Man, I sure would like to just get some more like big dark values on here. Looking through my Posca to see if there's anything that's like dark enough for what I want. Have I used 29 yet? I haven't tried that one yet. Let me, before I bring in the Posca marker, there's like a color that's kind of similar here. 29 dark moss, that sounds nice. Okay, let's give it a try. I actually thought we were gonna get a lot farther in a shorter amount of time today, but I have to get up wildly early in the morning, so not sure how much longer I'm gonna go. Okay, this is actually really dark. That's great. Love it. Okay. ER29 dark moss. Dark indeed. Cool. Ugh, so refreshing to see like a really dark value. Okay. Yeah, Zena's being very quiet tonight. Yeah, I just want to kind of get some more shapes in here that are like really solid. Or more solid at least than like the kind of squishy, squishy, sweepy lines that I've been doing so far. Still get a little squishy, squishy, sleepy. Yay! I'm so excited about this dark value. And then we'll probably do like a little shine as well down here. At the very bottom of the lips. Sometimes when people have like lip gloss on and stuff like that, um, you can get like kind of a reflection off of the teeth or of other stuff, and it shows up as a shine right at the bottom of the lip, like close to the teeth. Alright, let's see. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put my PNG tuber up today. Oh no. Well, that's okay. I won't mess with it right now. Since we're more or less on a roll, I guess. I'll make sure to add her back in though tomorrow or whenever I'm able to pop up on y'all's feed again next. Let me see, because actually it's making me sad that she's not up, which is probably silly. Is she there now? Yay! Okay. Oh, I was wondering why the stream looks so empty. There she is. Okay. As we were. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an easy fix or not. That's why I was like, maybe I should try to do this right. I do like this green a lot. I think it's pretty nice. Do you want to kind of make a note here to add some more shadow? A little bit this way. And we do want to make sure we have some dark values up here, like where the teeth are basically coming to where the gums are. That's where it's going to be the darkest. As far as, you know, things related to the teeth are concerned. I'm looking forward to posting this probably on social media so you can see, probably see the colors a little bit better. Can adjust the photo and make them a bit more accurate. What they really look like here. There we go. I feel like we're getting some better shapes in here than what we've had so far. Okay, I think I want to add, I really think that's like such a big improvement. I'm excited. I do want to add some like, I feel like more texture to this really light pink area. I don't know if this purple is the right one to do it with, but let me see. I think we need a little bit more darkness and like volume kind of in these areas. Like a little bit more contrast here. So I like this light pink, but it is looking like a little bit flat at the moment, you know. I think that's looking better already. Let me see if there's any other pinks. Oh, there are. I think this next one I'm about to pull out might be a good in between for the two that I was just using. Between rose pink and purple plum. Oh wow, this one's already practically ready. Okay, so this is it's kind of like a little bit more desaturated. And this is, wait, is this it or not? Did I use this one? I thought it was one I had used. Let me see. Oh, I did use this one already. That's a good one though. Huh. Or I will. I don't have to watch it again though. No wonder it was ready. Alright. Yeah, that's looking good. And since I reshook this one, it's got a lot of juice going, so it's making some nice kind of wider lines for us. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I do want to do. Mm, let me get out. I wish there was like a light pink. That was kind of more saturated, but I guess this is like an earth tone set, so that makes sense. But what we do have is my favorite color, lime green. We're shaking, we're shaking. I'm being pretty critical of the mouth in real life right now, but I think looking at it on the screen and stuff, it does look pretty decent. I think I'm liking it. So this is ER 25 lime. Okay. So I do want to kind of add some little.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zena.
Well, Zena, I already know you, girl. But that's okay. Right. I do really like the coverage on these, like how well they cover each other. It's pretty cool. Maybe add a little bit of lime into these shines too, because I think that would be cool. Yeah, I think next time it might be nice to do like a base color or something first before getting into the drawing part of it. All right. Well, I think that we're at a pretty good stopping point for tonight. I hope that y'all enjoyed doing this marker test with me, and this is like the first page of my new sketchbook, y'all, so that's pretty exciting. Um, yeah, I haven't started a new sketchbook in a long time, and I think this one is probably going to be kind of a media-based sketchbook. But yeah, anyway. All right, so I've been raiding into other channels the last few nights, which has been fun. Um, I suppose at this point in time it's going to be a raid of one, but that's okay. I'm going to pause the music here, and I think I want to. Um, I've been wanting to raid into Squatting Cat. If y'all don't know them, they're a really great painter. really good painter. Squan and Cat makes some really amazing gouache paintings and whatnot. All right, so I'm gonna start the raid in a second. It was great hanging out with y'all tonight. Thank you for trying out this new setup with me, and I'll see you next time.